Oh, it's a beautiful thing. The new Firestorm Flux arrived. I just pulled it out of the Amazon box. I figured, why don't we open this thing up together and see what's what. I've got my LiPos charging. I already have 3-cell batteries, LiPos, which is what the Firestorm takes. So that's a good sign. HPI factory sealed. Stickers. We'll cut these guys open and we'll see what's what. Okay, the safety seals have been broken and here we are. Let's start from here. We've got the remote control, which we'll set aside. We've got a couple of connectors here, some spare parts it looks like. Allen key, different tools and whatnot. That'll come in handy. Hopefully you won't need it, but you know we definitely will. Oh, that's pretty cool. They actually supplied AA batteries. Very nice. I like when manufacturers do things like that. It's a little things like that kind of tell me that the manufacturer is on the up and up. And we've got our manual here. Now I've got a friend of mine who's got one of these. I've seen this in action. I saw it for 2 minutes. I was sold on it, and I knew that if I was going to go for a car, I'd have to have this one. This would be the one to go for. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to dismount the camera and we'll get a closer look and I'll show you what the insides of this look like. We'll hook it up and see if we can get this thing going. Okay, so we got a better look at this. We've got 2 pins here and 2 pins here, and these are the main pins that hold the body or the shell to the body itself. So we will gently release these pins. It'll be easier if I do it from this angle. These are easier for some reason. There we go. So all 4 of these pins have been released. The body just lifts right off at that point. I'll safely discard that. Alright, let's look. We've got a warning label here, so let's take a look at what that's all about and read that carefully. So here we go. It's telling us stop. Default setting of this speed battery. If using LiPo batteries, use the instruction manual and set the speed control to LiPo mode. Okay, that's good to know because I will be using LiPo batteries. So we're going to go through that and see what's what with the LiPo batteries. Alright, I just had to run out. I didn't realize I was planning on using my 3-cell electrons, which are 2700 milliamp at 35C, for what I usually use for my Phantom. I've got a whole bunch of these, as you can see back here. So I was going to dedicate using one of these for the Firestorm. However, what I didn't realize is that how this thing terminates is something. It's on a Dean's connector, which is what the Firestorm is set up to run. I was going to get an adapter, and then instead, when I went down to the hobby shop, the nice guy down at Brownie's Hobby Shop in Staten Island advised me to do something different. He says, instead of using an adapter, he says, first of all, the battery you're running is really not the right battery for this. Instead, he sold me a 5,000 milliamp battery, and a 2-cell one at that. You can run the 3-cell battery, you can run this battery, but being that it's a 3-cell battery, the way this will run, the way the truck will run, it will be like out of control. I've got a buddy of mine that's running a similar setup with these batteries, and half throttle, the nose is like just pointing at the sky, and it's out of control. So we are charging this up right now. These are brand new. It's probably going to take over an hour to charge these. So I'll let this sit, do its thing, and then when that's all said and done, we'll crack this open. We'll get the battery in there, and we'll see if we can get out there before the sun sets, and we'll see what this thing does. So it's been about an hour or so, and this guy's not even close to being done charging. We're not even at the balancing stage yet, and I'm running it at 3 amp. This is the biggest type of battery that I use. Like you said, well, I said before, I usually use 2700 milliamps or 2200 milliamps, and these guys will charge up in less than 45 minutes, head to toe, balanced and everything, ready to run. This is a 5000 milliamp battery. So this is more than double, you know, what a stock Phantom battery uses. So it's taking some time, but that's all right. We'll let it sit and do its thing. It's pretty safe to say we're burning daylight here, but we'll see what happens. Maybe we'll get some night shots of this thing going up and down the road. It'd be pretty cool. And we'll take it from there. So we're just gonna let this thing sit and balance out, and we'll take it from there. The guy at the hobby shop was right. This battery took about 2 hours to fully charge and balance. So now that that's fully done, we'll put this down. The pins are off the body. Let's go ahead. How this works is these 2 thumb screws are pretty easy to work with. And we take these 2 guys off, and that holds that retaining plate down, which secures the battery. Very important. So we're going to take these 2 guys off. Okay. Take this plate off. I'm going to remove those foam pads for now. I don't think we're going to need them. The guy at the hobby, yeah, he's right. The guy at the hobby shop was pretty confident. We might need one. Tighten it up a little bit. Alright, and we're going to, this only goes in one way. Alright, so that's in. Alright, so we've got power. The next thing, kind of do this backwards. Let's do this first. We'll go ahead and we need to put the batteries in. And we have there. So now it sounds like it's paired up. There we go. Excellent. So we're gonna put the body back on this, and let's take this outside and see what she does. So recording now.
Okay. Getting boogies.